Nice deep breaths. All right, then we're going to take that left foot and we're going to extend it forward. So now our left leg is straight and our right leg is straight up in the air. And if you can, try to get your right leg to be more perpendicular to the floor, right? Doesn't have to be exact. And then as I push my left heel away, I'm pulling my tailbone longer. So I'm really finding some nice juicy traction on my low back. My heels are pushing away from my center. I'm gonna take one more deep breath here. You should feel all the feels here. Feel the side body, right side body, left side body. Good. And then we'll drag that left foot back and take our right ankle and cross it over our left thigh. So now we're in a 4 square position. You can stay here. You can move a little side to side. Got my right ankle crossing my left thigh. I'm kind of tick-tocking a little. It's kind of mashing into my low back. And then I'm going to pull my thighs into my chest and really hug them in. And you can bind however feels right for your body, for your shoulders. Move around a little side to side. This is like the warm-up for the practice. I think it keeps us a little safer in our bodies, right? It gives you an opportunity to notice how your body's doing today. Stretch it a little bit before we start to engage it more fully. Just take another couple of breaths here. Good. All right, so pull it in, pull it in. Good. And then you're going to set both feet on the ground, knees up. So feet are on the floor, knees are up. I'm going to lengthen my tailbone here, walk my shoulders under, and just pick up for a bridge. It doesn't have to be a really high bridge. I just want you to open up the hip flexors a little here and engage a little bit more the legs and the glutes. If your gaze is up, you're not mirroring me by looking at the camera. Try not to. One more breath here, hips are high. And then lengthen the tailbone more, try to lay the mid back down first. Belly pulls in, and then the low back, then the lumbar. Good, take a breath. You're going to pull that left knee into your chest and make some circle shapes with it. You can go around in a circle here. And then you go opposite direction. Good. And then you're going to let the knees just kind of splay out from each other, right? The right knee's just going to fall out to the right. It's going to hang out on the right, and the left knee you're going to kind of pull to the left a little bit. But you can use that left hand as a brace, or you could use it to help open you wider. And then as you're gazing up, notice if your spine is long, make those adjustments. Try to feel balanced on the left side and the right side of your spine. Little wave to the back of your head. Just find some breaths here. You can move around a little side to side you can. Just a couple more. Good. And then we're going to draw the knees back up. Take a breath. And then we're going to extend the left foot up towards the ceiling and just pull the leg in. So now you're really enjoying this nice long stretch down the left leg. And point and flex your foot. Wiggle your toes. Whatever feels good to you here. Notice where you feel more of the belly of the stretch. Hopefully it's in the belly of the hamstring and not the attachment sites, right? Not the back of the knee and not so much of the sit bone. Take a few more breaths here. And then you'll keep this left leg up but make it more perpendicular to the earth. It does not have to be exact. Let go of some of the pulling in. And then push your right foot forward. You can keep it off the ground. I like it off the ground, but if it's on the ground, fine. But you're pushing your heels away, right? Push. Take some breaths here. Then feel that lengthening of your low back. So it's as if you had a little string or cord on your tailbone and you're pulling it towards your right inner ankle. Get that nice long traction for the low back. Keep your belly button lifting in and up. So one more breath. It's active here. Good. And then we'll bring the right foot to the ground and take our left ankle and cross it over the right thigh somewhere. You can stay here. You can move side to side. And then as you're ready, you'll pull both thighs into the chest or towards the chest. And then again, you bind however feels comfortable for you, that's accessible for your shoulders. And you'll move side to side. Good. Notice what you feel here. I'm just working on open up the hips because we're going to do a lot of hip stuff, side body. And really noticing our low back, right? Our low back takes a lot of our living. So let's nurture it before we ask for all these forward folds that come through a practice, right? 2 more breaths here. Pull it in. Good. And then we'll place both feet down on the ground, and you can kind of move a little side to side here, the shins. And then we're going to move into bridge again before we switch it up. So press the feet down, toes are forward, lengthen the tailbone first, and then pick the hips up off the ground. The gaze is up, please. So I'm using, my back body to lift and find more of my front body. Don't let the knees splay out. It's a couple more breaths here. Stay with us. Good. Keep your breath. Good. And then from your bridge, you'll come all the way down and try to get your mid back down first. Pull the tailbone long. Come down to the ground. And then we'll pull our knees into our chest and we'll move forward and back. And these can feel good. If they don't feel good, you don't rock and roll. Move a little side to side on the spine. And then you're going to crawl to the ankles. And we're going to make our way into a tabletop position. Good. So tabletop, fingers are spread wide. Good. You can walk the knees underneath your hips. The gaze is down. Spread your fingers really wide, please. Good. And then we'll move through some cats and cows. So rounding in, breathing out, and inhaling, lifting the chest. Good. So make your extension and flexion of your spine here as deep as you're able to. Good. Everybody looks really good. Keep going. It's a few more here, and you can make them organic if you'd like to. Good. And then we're going to turn our toes under. So if you'll turn your toes under, please, and really try to spread the toes apart, which feels awkward, but you can really feel this down the sideline, right? So spread the toes as best as you can, and then walk them a little deeper underneath you. And then kind of engage them. So I'm kind of digging my toes down into the mat. Drop your head, take a breath. Good. And then we're going to pull our belly in, and then keeping our toes turned under, we're going to push our hips back and walk our arms forward. So it's kind of like a child's, but not. All right, so my arms are forward, my toes are turned under, and I'm leaning down in towards the mat. My belly is in. So use the length of your arms, outstretch your arms, dig those hands, your fingertips into the mat so you can really feel the side body and lats begin to open. You might feel it up into the sternum. And one more deep breath here, really connect. Good. And then we'll slide our hands back. Good. And then we're gonna move our legs back behind us for plank. So find plank. Good. So push the heels away but lean forward at the same time. belly in, and then notice your mid-back. So think about where your shoulder blades are and how they're floating on your back. Good, make sure that's helping balance you out, pull the belly in. One more breath here. Good. And then you're gonna drop your knees to the ground, and then your hips and your belly come, and we'll lift our chest here. So you can be in baby cobra or a fuller cobra, but lengthen out that low back as you lift the chest higher. So I've really, got full engagement of my belly, shoulders back, legs are firm. One more breath. Good. Then exhale. As you come down, pull the belly in tighter and allow yourself to spill forward. My belly pulls in. Take a breath here, chin down. One more. Low back. So if you're feeling something in the low back here, what do? You bring your hands to your low back and you traction it. You push down. Right? I want you to really love your low back. Your back is good, your back is good, which is good. Hands go under shoulders and hips to heels for child. So walk the knees farther apart and then draw the hips back to your heels. And take a moment here to pause. Good. So if you notice the pattern of how I'm working through these practices is that we engage, we wake up the body gently, we notice what's going on in our bodies and our minds. We move around just a little bit to engage, and then we land, so now we can get our head more in the game. So with your head low, you're in child's pose. Give yourself a moment here to just remember your grace, remember the chaos of the surroundings that might be around you or outside your walls. And know that everything that we're doing here to cultivate more calm and kindness and connection to ourselves, it must start there first. Then we can share it out, right? It's very vibrational. You don't even have to have the intention of that. It just will happen. We have a few more breaths here. If there's anything that's lingering in your mind or any distractions inside or outside of your space, just welcome it in. Let yourself know that's a part of your practice today, whether you like it or not. One more deep breath. Good. All right, so go ahead and make your way into downward facing dog. All right, so now we'll begin more of the movement part of the practice. Okay, so pedal it out a little bit here. We're going to do some juicy twists and some things from the floor, some things from standing. So you're moving around in your down dog, just kind of still engaging, lengthening, feeling the feels of your body. Finding that deep breath, breathing in and breathing out. Good. I want you to come high up on your tippy toes, as high as you can, and pull the belly in tight, and now push your chest back as deep as you can. And as you push your chest back, keep that belly in, push the ground away with your arms. Now pull your sit bones higher, you can. Lift them up. One more breath, use your quads here. Good. Then the heels come down to the ground, push the heels to the floor, take a breath. Good. And then we're gonna walk our feet slowly forward. So take a slow walk, keep the heel on the ground. We go to the other foot, push back. Nice and slow. You do what you can, that's all you can do. All right, once your feet are forward, take a breath and halfway lift. And then exhale, fold in a little deeper. Good. Move your hip forward and back in your forward fold. Noticing your low back. It's a few more breaths here. Head is low, head is hanging heavy. Good. Breathe in and halfway lift. Pause. Belly is in, shoulders back. Walk your hands up to the outside of your hips. Pull the belly in tighter. Make sure this is okay for your low back. And then inhale, press down to rise, push the hips forward, push them forward, push them forward. You go as deep as your body likes here. Let the shoulders slide down your back. You're noticing your scaps, your shoulder blades. You can use your hands here for support, connection, or comfort, right? pushing. One more breath. Good. And then softening the knees a bit and standing up nice and tall. Standing up nice and tall, arms reach out and up. Deep breath, reach up. So I want you to interlace your fingers and release your pointed grips and uncross your thumbs. Now pull the front ribs in a little deeper so you're really kind of belting the low ribs in. Now reach up from there. You should feel traction in your low back, side bodies. Good. One more breath, pushing down through your feet. And then we're going to lean to the right. So lean to the right. So you might not be able to push your hips farther to the left because you're really keeping yourself engaged through your core. That's okay. But you can pull on your arms and feel, right, the side ribs. You might feel it across the top of the hip. One more breath here. And then soften the knees to come up for a moment. Take a breath, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart for a moment. Regroup. Relax your neck and throat. Swallow to relax the muscles of your throat. Arms reach back up overhead. Good. Make sure your feet, your toes are forward, knees are forward. Interlace your fingers. Good. Find your pointer grip. Uncross the thumbs. Reach up. Belt those low ribs in. Quads are engaged. Legs are firm. My inner thighs gently roll back. Lift up, lift up. This is your posture work. One more. And then lean to the left. So you're kind of spilling to the left, but then you're engaging, right? You're pulling on this right arm. You've got those right ribs kind of tucking in. Moving the arm around a little bit. Noticing where you are, kind of hovering in space. Go a little deeper if you can, just by pulling. See if you can find a breath. Keep that navel pulling in and up. This is great for your waist. Good, nice and strong. Reach it up. Knees are soft as you lift back up. Exhale, hands are gonna go behind your back, but you're not gonna hold on to your hands. You're just gonna press into your low back here. Squeeze the elbows or squeeze the shoulders up to your ears and then fold them down. Nice long neck here. And then move your head left and right. Good. And then really spreading the toes wide on the mat, lifting the belly, lifting the quads, push the hips more forward. So you really go into a larger back bend here. You're gonna just go as deep as you can, but it should feel good. It should feel very supported here. My neck is long, it's easy for me to speak. Good, one more deep breath in and out. Good, belly pulls in tight and I come all the way to stand. Push your hips into your hands. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Step back to plank. Take a deep breath in plank. Lean forward. You can come all the way down or halfway. Lift your heart. Take a breath. Exhale, downward dog. You can always pass through child or plank or some version of the middle. Just make sure you don't hang in your low back, whatever your choice is. Take a breath in and out here. Good. Walk or step forward to the top of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold down. Inhale, come to rise, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, hands come down, find plank. Take a breath at the top. Exhale, bring it down. Breathe in, lift your heart. Exhale, downward dog. Good. So as long as you're moving mindfully and it feels good to you, you're doing great. Don't modify when you need to. Challenge yourself when you need to. Good. Walk or step forward. The jumpers will jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come to rise. Do 2 more rounds like this. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, hands down. Find plank or jump to chaturanga. Breathe in. Breathe out, down. Breathe in, open the heart. Exhale, downward dog. Good, take a breath. Good. Come to the top of your mat for last set. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold down. Inhale, come to rise, reach up. Breathe out, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands find the mat, plank or chaturanga. Carry it down your way. Lift your heart. Downward dog. Good. You're going to take 5 breaths in your downward facing dog. Slow the breath down by noticing the inhales and the exhales. Good. 2 more. Good. And then you're going to walk yourself forward to the top of your mat. From the top of the mat, take your feet about hip distance wide. And then with your feet about hip distance wide, knees and toes are forward. Bring your hands around opposite elbows and let's sway from side to side. Tuck your chin a bit. Good. From the center with the feet wider, halfway lift. Step the left hand forward, drop down into it. As you inhale, right arm reaches up overhead. So I always start with my left knee is bent. And then if you'd like, you can begin to straighten the left leg a little bit or a lot, but you're definitely connecting into low back and SI joint areas. So you're being really mindful of this movement. One more breath. Excuse me. Right hand comes all the way down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Toes are forward, knees are forward. Exhale, fold, right hand down. Breathe in, left arm reaches up overhead, right knee starts with a bend in it, and you decide where it needs to go. Keep the low belly in, that's gonna lengthen your low back. Good, we're gonna do one more like this. Good, fold down, go deeper. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold, left hand down. Inhale, right arm up, twist. Good. Exhale, fold. Fold deep. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, right hand down. Inhale, left arm up, twist. Belly in. Fold down. Good. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out and fold. Inhale, come all the way to stand. Nice big breath, reach up. As you exhale, you're going to lean to the right. Good. Come back to the center, breathe in. Lean to the left. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, hands go behind the back, chin to chest. Pull the knuckles to the floor. Inhale, look up. Look up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold with your bind. Drop the weight of your head. Good. One more breath here. Good. Inhale, chair. Have your feet separate, or you can bring the feet together. Wherever you are, the knees pull back and the tailbone is long. Bring your arms forward like you're holding a big, heavy basket. Belly is in. Take a breath. Belly is in. Lengthen that low back, long neck. Good. One more slow breath here. Inhale, press down to rise. Squeeze your quads. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Find plank. Move through your vinyasa. And meet in downward dog. Right leg sweeps up and back. You can roll the hip open if it feels good. Or you can just lengthen that right leg up and kind of bounce it up, right? Get as long as you can. Press your chest back. One more breath here. Good. And then we're going to step the right foot forward towards the right hand. So it comes at the right wrist, or maybe it comes on the outside of the right hand, but you've got a wide space between your legs. Okay, nice wide train tracks. I'm pushing my left toes a little farther back because I want to get nice and long. But don't sag in the left hip yet. We're going to get there, but keep the left hip up. Keep the left knee up. Lengthen out through your spine, looking forward. Nice long neck though. Take a breath. Push into your right heel, please. Pull the belly in. One more breath. Good. Slowly drop the left knee down. It's way back behind my hip here. I'm going to walk my hands back a little bit here. I'd like to be on my fingertips. You could be on knuckles, a prop, or flat palms, whatever works for you. Good. All right, so I'm going to sway my pelvis a little side to side. I still have my left toes turned under because I have an active back leg. Good. Make sure you're comfortable in that left knee. That's where we can either use a blanket or a prop of a towel, or you just lean forward a little bit, bringing that flesh with you. Just one more breath. These heavy-handed yin style practices or yin style poses. Good. One more. Good. All right, so I'm going to pick my hips up a bit. So my hips are going to come up, and I'm going to straighten my right leg. We're just going to pass through here just to give some ease to the right knee. Take a breath. Good. And then I'm going to walk it forward again. Got a nice deep bend in my right knee and in my right hip. My knee is over my right ankle. Good. I'm going to let my right knee pull out to the side. So my right knee is out to the side here. It's falling out like we did in the very beginning on our back, right? And then I'm going to take my left knee, my toes are turned, I'm going to walk it a little to the left, just a little. You'll know when to stop. So I'm getting wider between my knees. Oh, wide. I'm going to walk it a little deeper because I can. Pull the belly in. If you'd like, you can come down to your forearms. So I'm on the blade of my right foot. It's active, right? I'm kind of digging the blade of my right foot in and pulling it back. And I'm digging my left toes in and pulling it back. Pull the belly in, take a breath. One more. Good. All right, slowly come back to your hands if you're down on the ground. And then you're going to let your right knee come to hug the right shoulder so it's nice and tight. And then we're going to pick up our left knee. Take a breath. Good. All right, so here is an option that I'm going to go into. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to step my left hand out a little bit. Okay, just listen to my words. And then I'm going to turn my right toes to the right and my left toes to the right. So I'm here. So I've got my left leg long, my right knee up, my right toes up. Take a breath. Lean into it. And I'm letting my shoulder come up to my ear to help pull on the fascia up underneath my left ribs. Good. Pull the belly in tight. One more breath. Good. Then we come back to the center. Good. Both hands down. So I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to hop it up about halfway. And I'm still nice and wide. I've got very wide feet here. You can kind of see, right? Wide feet. All right, take a breath and halfway lift. Lean forward a bit. And then exhale, fold down and push your hips back. And you can absolutely have bent knees here. They can be soft. Pull the belly in. One more. Good. All right, so we're going to lift up halfway. We're going to bring our hands down to the earth. We're going to bring our right foot all the way back. Step your right foot back. Take a breath. Left foot moves back. Plank. Take a breath. Exhale, carry it down your way or meet in downward dog. Good. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. Good. Reconnect. Left leg rises up. And you can keep the left leg straight, pressing the chest back. If you want to roll the hip open, you can. Smooth your breath. You can bounce that leg a little up and down. Good. And then we're gonna bring the left foot forward to the left hand. You can bring it to the wrist, or you could bring it on the outside. We're gonna take a few breaths. Now remember, I'm walking my left foot a little farther out to the left, looking forward. Take a breath. Good. Nice. So really, this right leg did a lot of work, that hip. So push that right heel away. Really feel all the feels here. Keep your quads engaged, your glutes engaged. And then I'm going to slowly lower this knee down to the earth. Good. Take a deep breath here. So my right toes are still turned under. My left ankle is over my left knee. And then I'm going to make some space. I'm going to walk my right knee a little farther to the right. You'll only go as far as your pelvis lets you. You can come up onto fingertips or fists. Let the left knee fall out to the side. Look forward. Try not to be in a twist here in rotation. Make sure that you are lifting up through that right hip a little bit here. Sink down more in the left. You can stay right here, or you can go deeper by bringing the elbows to the floor. Good. Protecting that right knee. Leaning a little forward to get the flesh there. Good. Lean into that left hip, please. A couple more breaths. You're doing great. Good. All right, slowly bring yourself back to your hands if you were left. Pause. Draw that left knee in. Woo, squeeze it in towards the left shoulder. Look forward, belly in. And then we're going to draw our hips back. We're just pressing our hips up and then back, just to get kind of out of all the folding in. Take a breath and lift the toes. And then we're going to walk it forward again. Good. All right, so turn your back toes under again and lift the leg up. Belly is in. So here's that side stretch from the floor. So I'm going to step my right hand out a little bit. My right shoulder plugs in. And then legs are engaged, but my left toes are going to turn out and my right toes are going to turn. Good. So it's here. Looks a little weird, doesn't it? And you can use your hands for support or connection. I'm letting my right shoulder come up into my ear though, because I want to pull on that fascia. My belly is in tight. Take a breath. One side very different than the other. Good. Belly pulls in tight. Slowly come back around. Pause. Take a breath. Keep that right hip up. Good. All right, so we're going to gingerly hop that right foot up a bit. Take it wide. So my feet are wide. I'm going to take a breath and halfway lift here, spilling forward, and then I'm going to fold and push back. So my hips really help anchor in and get a longer stretch in the legs. Take your time, feel wide. So my feet are really pressing down and I'm pulling my legs kind of apart to make space through the pelvis and low back. Good. All right. Pick it up halfway. Good. Soften the knees. Step the left foot back. Stretch it way back. Pull the belly in, lean forward. Step the right foot back, plank. Take a deep breath in plank. Exhale, carry it down your way. Lift your heart. And exhale, downward dog. So make your way into downward dog. Good. Take a deep breath in down dog. Find your breath. 2 more. Good. All right, so from your downward dog, you're going to roll forward to plank. And then slowly come down to your knees. And once you're down on your knees, you're going to come to sit on the back of the heels here. So sitting on your feet, the back of your heels, doesn't work for you. This is where putting a blanket here or rolled up, a towel underneath the ankles can be really nice. If you don't have those today, remember them for your practices. but then you can just come to your seat if you want. This is a nice way to open up the quads and keep those legs, the blood moving in your legs. My arms are going to reach up overhead. Nice deep breath. Good. We're going to lean to the right. So my right hand's going to go down. My left hip is going to push over to the left. So I'm finding a nice C curve in the body. And then I'm going to make a soft fist with my left hand and kind of swing that fist. You might make some circles with it. Good. Keep the belly in, please. One more breath. C curve. Good. Come all the way up. Both arms reach up overhead. Nice deep breath. Good. And then we'll lean to the left. My right is going to push off to the right. My left hand is down. My right arm reaches over. I'm C curving. So it's very fluid feeling. Make a gentle fist, very soft fist in your right hand. And just move it forward and back so a pendulum, or you could make circles with it. Let your gaze stay down at the floor here. You're doing so good. It's a little bit more here. Lean into it. Good. Belly comes in a little tighter, and then we press the ground away and reach up. Nice deep breath. Good. Hands are going to come down to the left. So we're going to move through a camel, and then we're going to come to a forward fold and then to the back to finish our practice today. All right. Let your chin come to your chest for a moment. Take a breath. Good. And then pressing down into your shins and feet to rise up. Good. Readjusting your things here. All right. All right, so I'm gonna turn my toes under, right? Move the heels around a little bit here, and then push my hips slightly forward. And so that's to keep my low back long. I've got a nice, like, engaged long front body here. And I'm gonna practice my hands behind my back. We did these in the beginning of practice here, right? You're gonna just have your hands on your low back. My fingers are spread wide. I'm gonna roll my shoulders up and then down the back. So find that flow to the scaps. Bring my hands in a little closer together. Squeeze my elbows in, pull the belly in. So my inner thighs are pulling back behind me. They're rotating back this way. Keep the belly in and push the hips forward. Good. Keep going, keep going, keep going. So I want you to really use your hands to lengthen your low back. Keep the body opening up here. So you're not leaning back. Your hips are not behind your knees. No, no, no. Got your belly in, you're pushing and lifting your chest. So think about sternum. If you had a cord on your sternum, it would be pulling up towards the ceiling. One more breath. Neck is long. Belly pulls in. Push your hips into your hands. Stand up tall here. Belly in. Bring your hands to the outside of your hips here. Press down. Press down. Good. Untuck the toes. Let the knees go wide here so you can have your feet underneath you, or if you have the flexibility or you have something underneath your seat, you can bring your feet out to the side. So whatever your knees allow, never trying to negotiate with your knees. They're kind of the boss here. But as long as your knees and your toes are in agreement, then you're really safe. You don't want your foot sticking out to the side. It's too rough on your knee. All right, so negotiating the flesh, negotiating the things that are tight, but not negotiating the knees. We're going to take a few breaths here. You are able to take this lower by walking the hands back. Sometimes it's nice to put your fist in your feet or just kind of dig, right? I'm going to pick my hips up and lay them back down. You can go closer to the floor, right? If you want to go closer to the floor, you'll just keep going. It's just about 5 breaths here, so don't struggle to get in. If you can get in, get it. Keep the belly pulling in and up. Good. The hips can float here. Hips don't have to be on the ground. Good. Smile. It's one more breath here. Good. And then slowly we'll come back. And you'll make your way to table. Drawing the knees in close together and turning the toes under. And here you can move around in your ankles. You could shake the feet out. If you want to have a down dog, you'd find that. All right, so we're gonna slide off to one hip and draw our legs forward, please. Once your legs are forward, we'll scoot up a little bit. You're gonna shake your legs out. And use your hands here to kind of just give some thankfulness to your legs and get some energy moving, especially if you're feeling a little stuck or tender around the knees. Right, give them some love. Good. No judgment here. You haven't shaved your legs in a while. All right. So go ahead and let's bring our feet together. Our knees will go wide. We'll pull the heels in. We'll sit up nice and tall. So I'm kind of moving around my sit bones. Take a breath, look up. Take an exhale, lean forward and come down. Good. Relax your jaw. Be where you are. Finish the practice with the same set of intention that you had when you started, one that is showing up. Showing up. One more deep breath. Lean into it. And then coming all the way up and out. Good. We're going to stretch our left foot forward and keep our right knee in. And then we're going to turn to the right. So I'm going to pull my left toes back and spin my left thigh in a little bit, but my toes are still up. My left arm is going to reach up. My right arm is going to reach up, get tall, and then turn to your right. And so your hands are just going to come down wherever they anchor you in, right? Good. One more deep breath here. And then we'll come back around. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. We're just passing through forward fold here. Fold down. Press your right foot into your left leg. And if you do that, you'll feel wide across your low back here. Come all the way up. Right leg steps forward. Give a little shake, give it some attention. Good. Left foot comes in to the right leg. Right leg is narrow. So I'm feeling, instead of my leg falling out to the side, I'm pulling the inner thigh down, but the toes aren't going with me, they're up. Good. Flesh away, arms reach up. Twist to the left, nice and open. You have lots of space in this kind of twist. Breathe deep and wide in your belly. One more, a little deeper. Good, then slowly you'll untwist. Arms reach up overhead, fold down. Come all the way up. Left leg steps forward, shake it out, give it a little love. Good. And then draw your hips more to the center, your sit bones to the center. Walk your feet back. Walk your feet back as much as you can. Wrap your arms around you, tuck your chin. Take a few breaths. And then you're going to come all the way down to your back. You can just roll down to your back, whatever works for you. The knees in. Good. Take a breath here. The feet are heavy and soft. You did a great job today. Let your head move side to side. Good. And then you're gonna bring your feet down to the ground with the feet wide and the knees knocking in towards each other. And then you would negotiate that low back. This is a great way to let the femur bones settle. So it keeps us in this rest and digest area. But you absolutely can straighten the legs or come to seated or wherever you'd like for this practice to feel assimilated. I'd like for you to allow your eyes to close, or if you could just let your eyes stay open but soft. Let your jaw fall back for a moment. Good. Really take a moment here to connect with what you're feeling, whatever that is, without any judgment. Just a little longer. So stay where you are. Just allow yourself to let your ears widen a little bit. I'm just going to read something short from Meditations from the Mat by Rolf Gates. Aparigraha, or non-hoarding. Non-hoarding is the art of appreciating emptiness in one's life. But before we can learn to appreciate emptiness, we must first learn to let go. In the words of Lao Tzu, we shape the clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. Aparigraha. It reminds us to always let go and never hold on. This letting go is the cultivation of emptiness in our lives. And into this emptiness, grace will come. So wherever you are, take a deep breath in through your nose and let it go. You can stay on your back or you could roll to seated. So wherever you are, on your back or on your sit bones, let your hands come to your chest, your heart, or together. And we'll take just one more moment to honor our efforts and the efforts of those that are around us in their own homes, right? The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me. I look forward to seeing more of you. Namaste. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Have a great day. Bye, Len, Cindy, Robin. Love you guys.